Tonight, searching for a motive after gunfire erupts in Atlanta. Bullets flying near the Centers for Disease Control headquarters and Emory University. Shots cracking the windows at the CDC. The gunman killing a police officer just months on the job.
We announced the loss of the life of one of our very own DeKalb County police officers.
I'm Dave Malkoff in Atlanta. New details on the dead gunman. Why was he targeting the CDC? The latest on the search for answers.
Also tonight, tremendous progress. That's how firefighters in Los Angeles County describe their fight against an explosive wildfire.
I'm Anders Gutierrez in Castaic, California, where fire crews are making real progress on fast-moving flames, but the danger out west isn't over.
Plus, a big chill.
I'm Willie James Inman at the White House. With a Trump-Putin summit in Alaska looming, Volodymyr Zelensky says his country will not give up any of its territory to its invaders.
Pacific splashdown. It's a first for NASA in 50 years. And later, she's a big deal in the big leagues. Jen Powell makes history taking the field in Atlanta as MLB's first female umpire.
Once I started umpiring, I was like, this is for me. And I can't explain, it's just in my DNA.
This is the CBS Weekend News from New York with Jerika Duncan.
Good evening. Jerika is off. I'm Reed Cowan. We begin tonight in Atlanta, where investigators say a clearer picture is emerging about the gunman who opened fire on the headquarters of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. We're also learning more about his motive. It began late Friday with rounds of bullets targeting the complex. A police officer who tried to stop the gunman was killed. The body of the suspect, identified as a 30-year-old male, was located at a CBS drugstore across the street from the CDC offices. CBS's Dave Malkoff is there and has new details about the attack. Dave. Dave Malkoff in Atlanta, thanks. To the west now, where the Gifford fire burning through the rugged backcountry of California's central coast is now the state's largest wildfire of the year. It reached so-called mega fire status. In fact, it's one of 38 large fires burning right now across 9 states. But there is some progress to report tonight. CBS's Andres Gutierrez is in the community of Castaic, north of Los Angeles. Andres Gutierrez, thanks so much. When will the scorching heat cool across the country? Plus, we've got details on new weather and a threat happening right now. Let's check in with CBS News meteorologist Andrew Kozak in Philadelphia, tracking it all.
Yeah, good evening, Reed.
Andrew Kozak, thank you. Now to a first for NASA in 50 years. Today, its crew aboard a SpaceX capsule splashed down in the Pacific Ocean. Historically, NASA has used the Gulf. The 4-person crew, made up of 2 Americans, a Japanese and Russian, wrapped up a nearly 5-month stay on the International Space Station. Tonight, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is trying to shore up Western opposition to any loss of Ukrainian land to Russia after President Trump said that a peace deal might involve, quote, some swapping of territory. In this video shared on social media, Zelensky insisted Ukraine will never give up land to the Russian occupiers. Zelensky is not invited to next week's high-stakes summit in Anchorage, Alaska. CBS's Willie James Inman is at the White House with the latest. Willie James?
But the White House did not immediately confirm the invitation. Reed?
Willie James Inman, thank you. The United Nations Security Council is set to hold a rare Sunday meeting to discuss Israel's plans to intensify its 22-month war with Hamas by taking control of Gaza City. CBS's Deborah Pata is in Jerusalem with the latest on the conflict and the mounting humanitarian crisis. Deborah Pata, thank you. Today, the Japanese city of Nagasaki marked 80 years since the U.S. atomic bomb attack. Bells tolled across the southern city. The attack on Nagasaki would kill 70,000 people 3 days after the bombing of Hiroshima killed 140,000. Japan's emperor would surrender 6 days later, bringing an end to the Second World War. Straight ahead on the CBS Weekend News, California's construction boom faces a crisis, with workers vanishing over immigration fears. After a decade in development, a new musical honoring an American icon debuts in Nashville. The Major League Baseball's first female umpire takes the field in Atlanta. Los Angeles officials say they are considering all legal options following this week's controversial immigration raid dubbed Operation Trojan Horse. Federal agents seen jumping out of this Penske rental truck outside of a Home Depot. It was a surprise for day laborers who were out looking for work. More than a dozen arrested. These ICE crackdowns come with California already experiencing a building boom and a tight labor market. In tonight's Weekend Journal, CBS's Joy Benedict reports that dynamic threatens to deepen workforce shortages and drive up costs.
Los Angeles.
Still ahead on the CBS Weekend News, a 60-year career in 2 acts. Red carpet kickoff for an American music legend. Today, Detroit Lions safety Maurice Norris shared that he is, quote, all good. Norris wrote on social media that he appreciated all the check-ins and love. The 24-year-old suffered a scary head injury during Friday night's NFL preseason game against the Atlanta Falcons. That game suspended in the 4th quarter. Dolly Parton's life has always been rooted in Tennessee, so Nashville, naturally, the perfect place to premiere her biographical musical. It happened last night, and Dolly, a true original, is a hit. In fact, one critic called it a triumph. The musical takes audiences from Dolly's barefoot beginnings in the Smoky Mountains to performing in platforms in Hollywood. The show expected to hit Broadway next year. Now to a face you are unlikely to forget. Everybody brace for this face belonging to Petunia. Here you go. The 2-year-old hairless French Bulldog mix is the winner of last night's ugliest dog contest at the Sonoma County Fair in Santa Rosa, California. Petunia and her owner walked away with $5,000 and bragging rights to bark about. That competition, we understand, was fierce as well. Next on the CBS Weekend News, history made in baseball today. But first, a look back at what else happened on this day in history. Finally tonight, a first for Major League Baseball. Today, Jen Powell became the first woman to umpire a big league regular season game. She made her debut at first base in Atlanta as the Braves faced the Miami Marlins. Powell has called 1,200 games in the minors and got her first call to the majors in spring training.
Once I started umpiring, I was like, this is for me. And I can't explain, it's just in my DNA.
Powell's big league break is a long time coming, almost 3 decades after the NBA was first to use female officials. The New Jersey native started umpiring at age 15. Later, she became a successful softball catcher at Hofstra University. After getting her master's degree in painting, she umpired fast-pitch softball on weekends. Sunday at age 48, she will be behind the plate, calling balls and strikes in the bigs.
The dream actually came true today, and I'm still living in it, and I'm just so grateful.
And that's going big in the big time. It's about time. That's the CBS Weekend News for this Saturday. I'm Reed Cowan in New York. Good night, and see you tomorrow.